Nights don't come much bigger than this past Sunday in the Doncaster Dome. Revolution Pro Wrestling bringing to you high stakes. And it was indeed a high stakes evening for everyone involved. A night that nobody who was in attendance will ever forget. It was a frenetic start to the evening as a six-man scramble match opened high stakes. Josiah, JJ Gale, Jay Joshua, Robbie X, Stephen Wolf, and David Francisco going into battle with the first person to score a pinfall or submission, securing the win. Hostilities between Josiah and Jay Joshua that have been rising over the past couple of weeks, continuing in the Doncaster Dome. In the end, David Francisco claiming that he had the assist and helped JJ Gale to secure the victory, still wanting to form a tag team with Gale. Gale, for his part, still showing no signs of any interest in forming that team as he resets his sights off the back of this victory on the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. Ricky Knight Jr. was a man in disgrace after his actions the previous weekend in Southampton, but in the Doncaster Dome, RKJ had to focus his attention on one of the best wrestlers on the planet, Donovan Dijak. In the end, though, Ricky Knight Jr. getting the Rikishi driver to take out Dijak and to secure a major victory. He is another one who has set his sights on the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship, and this will certainly do his prospects no harm. Despite being the undisputed British Cruiserweight champion, Will Caven came into Doncaster in many people's minds as one of the biggest underdogs as a champion in RevPro history. He certainly didn't believe that to be the case as he took on Leo Rush, the winner of the 2024 British J Cup. Rush and Caven going back and forth, both of them hitting Rush's final hour, that split-legged frog splash, both of them hitting the tombstone, and it was Caven ultimately that secured him the win and continued his run with that undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship. We knew to expect the unexpected in the Women's Revolution Gauntlet match. In the end, 11 women entering at regular intervals, including 3 members of the Cutthroat Collective. But when the dust settled and the smoke cleared, it came down to Danny Luna and Emerson Jane inside the ring. Luna hitting the Luna landing to secure the victory. And in a very crowded field of wrestlers who have their sights set on the undisputed British Women's Championship, Danny Luna surely putting herself right near the front of the line with her victory inside the Doncaster Dome. It was 2 weeks ago that the seed was planted by Michael Oku, the question of who would win between the two young up-and-coming stars, Leon Cage and Nino Bryant. Those two colliding at high stakes in a fight for the future that more than lived up to the hype. Ultimately, it was the futurist, Leon Cage, who was able to secure the win with the stomp into the future and a standing ovation from parts of the Doncaster crowd for both of these young men for whom the sky is surely the limit. Cage and Bryant may be the future, but the present in men's British wrestling is Michael Oku and Leon Slater. They do not come any bigger than a singles match between those two, and that's what we got in Doncaster with the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship on the line. It was a match that was every bit as epic as you would have expected between those two. Oku in his second reign as champion, looking to prove that he is still superior to a Leon Slater who believes that he has surpassed Oku when it comes to his in-ring abilities. It was a match that could have gone either way. It had the Doncaster Dome crowd completely absorbed from start to finish, and the finish came when Oku finally able to pin Slater's shoulders down to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Michael Oku remaining your undisputed British Heavyweight Champion. And then finally, the biggest night in Kanji's professional life. After a winning streak like few we have ever seen in Revolution Pro Wrestling, she got her shot at the international megastar, the reigning undisputed British Women's Champion, the CEO, Mercedes Mone, making her British independent wrestling debut. The atmosphere in the Doncaster Dome more than living up to the occasion. Some fans cheering for Mone, some cheering for Kanji. Back and forth they went. Kanji on multiple occasions seeming close to dethroning Mone, but the CEO in the end just too strong. The tap out from Kanji, seeing Mone retain the title to close out a show that, as I said, none of us will soon forget. RevPro is back at the 229 live in London this coming Sunday with the British Tag Team titles on the line. The Young Guns defending against CPF. We hope we will see some of you there, but in the meantime, this is Dave Bradshaw, and you've been watching the RevPro Recap.